Today we have the JMGO N1S Pro 4K tri-laser projector with built-in Netflix just in time for the holidays, which is great because last year's N1 Ultra was one of my favorite projectors of 2023 that I reviewed. And so I'm excited to find out what this N1S Pro has over the N1 Ultra and why I would maybe pick this one over the Ultimate from JMGO, which is one step up. So a lot of things to look at, give you some buying advice at the end, but I think we should start with the unboxing because Jen was able to help me and she's the true professional when it comes to unboxing. So let's get to that first. Right off the bat, you're starting in a great place because like last year's N1 Ultra, the N1S Pro comes with a nice carrying case that fits the projector and everything else inside of it perfectly. And I imagine if you were to drop it, it's got sort of a bike helmet feel to it. So I would imagine it will keep it very safe. Inside the box, you have a power cord, of course, the remote, and then the projector. So the remote is actually pretty useful. It has a couple different shortcuts at the bottom, which is nice. And then it has a directional pad and all the relevant buttons that you'd expect. And this year it does come with an input button. So if you're scrolling between the home screen and a different input, that's very convenient. Last year's did not have that. However, like last year's, this is not backlit. So while we were in the office testing this projector, it was very difficult to see the buttons, but that's pretty common for most of these projectors. Now, one of the reasons I really liked the N1 Ultra last year and this N1S Pro as well is because of the fantastic gimbal design. You're able to turn it left and right and swivel around, and you're able to point it up and down, so you have a ton of range with it, which really helps when you're off angle or if you're just trying to be very mobile with this unit. Another functional benefit is that you plug in the power cord on the bottom of that gimbal stand as opposed to the back of the unit. So that's really awesome because if you're trying to be mobile and turn it left and right, up and down, having a power cord plugged in at the top is not very convenient. So I like that it's plugged in at the bottom. The power button is also on the bottom in the front. So it's a very functional design and it also looks really nice. On the back of the N1S Pro, you have a USB-A port as well as two HDMI ports, one being the ARC-eARC port, and then you have a headphone jack. On the sides, you have two 20-watt speakers, which is the first upgrade I've noticed from last year's model, which was only 10 watts per channel. So now you have double the power. And when we were watching movies in the office, it actually did sound better than last year. So why don't we take it in there and show you guys the setup and some of the content. So before I show you content, I want to talk about how convenient this projector is for me in my office. So you probably don't realize this from looking at the screen right here, but this is actually off angle about 20 degrees from where I sit in my office. And because it's off angle, it's very difficult for a projector to project up onto a screen with a good quality image, nice and square. But because the N1S Pro has auto keystone, auto screen fit, all these different features, we can just set it up here and then go ahead and snap it into place using the auto screen fit. And really, it just seems like it shouldn't look this good from where it's sitting in my office. It's really exceptional. And this is really convenient for me because I really don't have anywhere else in the office to put one of the projectors. I'd have to have it on a stand kind of hidden in the corner or mounted from the ceiling. And to be honest, if I had to put it any closer behind me or something, it just wouldn't be able to project up onto the screen as big as 120 inch. So this is a really great spot to put it up above my computer. And the only reason I can really do this is because of JMGO's gimbal design along with that auto screen fit. So really awesome. And then getting to the second difference between the N1 Ultra and the N1S Pro, the N1S actually has Google TV operating system instead of just the Android 11 of the N1 Ultra. So I really think that this is a big upgrade and a big deal because the Google TV operating system is fantastic and it's in a lot of different TVs in 2024. And to have it on a projector is extremely convenient. All kinds of apps, a lot of different free channels that you get with the Google TV, free play. You're able to pick up where you left off on different programs depending on, if you're in this room versus another room or a different TV. So it's really nice. And then you have different profiles depending on who's watching the programming. So very convenient to change all that in the Google operating system. And the app that I use most to check out content is definitely YouTube TV. So let's look at some sports because that's very important for me. And we'll also check out some movies in just a second. So I can tell you in this dark office that this projector looks absolutely fantastic. It looks like I'm watching a 120-inch TV up on the wall, no question. The brightness level looks very good. The contrast looks really nice. Skin tones, background color, all of that looks fantastic. It can be challenging to upscale to this size screen, but this 4K projector is doing a very nice job. And whether you're in a bright room or in the dark room, I'm pretty impressed with how bright this is with sports. But if I'm gonna be in a dark room, I'm most likely gonna be watching a movie. So let's get to some HDR movies. So when we got into HDR movies, I noticed that the temperature of the picture profile was a little bit too cool, and there looked like there was some motion interpolation going on. So I wanted to get into the settings and make sure that I had everything set the way that I would if I was watching these. So I wanted to change the picture mode from standard to movie, and then I noticed that yes, the MEMC or motion interpolation was on with it in standard, but now is an off. So that's gonna give you a more theater-like experience without that motion interpolation. And I have to say, it looks really nice. I mean, this is much brighter than it would be if you were actually in a theater. Much better color, much better contrast again, and all while being in 4K HDR. And another feature of the N1S Pro is that it is 3D capable. And I don't know about you, but if I have a 120-inch screen and a projector, I'm definitely thinking 3D movies would be pretty awesome. And if you buy an N1S projector during Black Friday, you actually get a pair of 3D glasses for free. So that's pretty awesome. If you're a 3D enthusiast, JMGO has got you covered. And last but not least, my favorite feature of the N1S Pro is that it's portable. So if you want to pick it up and take it outside and watch a movie in your outdoor area, definitely capable of that as well. And like the great father that I am, my son and I are actually catching up on Stranger Things in anticipation of the 5th and final season. And because I'm such a great father, of course I'm letting my 10-year-old watch it with me, because why not, right? And the fact that you can pick up and take the N1S Pro outside and just plug it in and shoot it up on a 120-inch floor-rising projection screen out here is just amazing. It's just as convenient to turn and auto screen fit out here. It's just as bright and vibrant. And even with the show like Stranger Things, that's very difficult to see in some scenes being very dark, it still looks great out here in the backyard on this N1S Pro. And the third location that we actually use this projector is out in the game room, because when we have friends over, the kids want to have a couple different screens going at once. And taking this portable projector out there is a really convenient solution. Besides being convenient and able to project up onto the white wall very easily with the auto keystone, it's also quite good for gaming. It's nice that it has two HDMI inputs, so technically you can connect two consoles to the projector, or even a stereo system if the speakers weren't enough for you, but to be honest, they really are. And overall, it just looks really good for gaming, and the kids love using this out here as a second screen. But the question is, should you buy this N1S Pro or maybe opt for the N1S Ultimate? So for me as a tech reviewer, I know it's always a great value to buy the second best unit from a company. So that's why I really think that the N1S Pro is a great value. Now, if you're gonna move up to the Ultimate, you're gonna be paying almost twice as much for a little bit more brightness. How much is that? Well, this N1S Pro has 2400 ANSI lumen, and the N1S Ultimate is actually 3500. So that is a significant difference, but I'm not sure that if you're in a dark room, it's really gonna be something that you notice. Now, if you plan on watching this in brighter environments, you might benefit from having the Ultimate, but I think that the N1S Pro has a great quality at this price point, seeing as how it has very similar features in the speaker system, both being 20 watts per channel, and the gimbal stand that this and the Ultimate share. So for me, the JMGO N1S Pro checks all the boxes. It's really convenient, it's a high quality projector, great speaker system, fantastic gimbal, and picture quality is amazing. And right now it's actually on a Black Friday discount, so you can get a great deal for the holidays. And if you're curious about the N1S Ultimate and maybe how bright that is, you also can get a discount on that one as well by checking the links in the description below. Either way, great deals are here, and I'm excited to find out which one of these two great products you guys would be interested in. Let me know in the comments below and ask away any questions that I might be able to help you with. Again, check out the links in the description below, and make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.